Now that you've identified which fitness component or components you want to improve, now we need to figure out what types of training are best suited to improve that fitness component. So these are called the training methods. They are different ways in which we can improve. So continuous training is any form of continuous activity that an athlete can perform. It could be cycling, running, or swimming. With continuous training, you want to be training for at least 20 minutes in the correct intensity heart rate zone. So cycling is an example of continuous training. This is fartlek training. So periods of high intensity and low intensity. As you can see, it is continuous training, but it's interspersed with periods of speed. So each time Jair is getting to those orange cones, he's running faster. So this is continuous training with bursts of speed throughout. This is interval training. As you can see, there are periods of high intensity maximal sprints followed by a recovery, which is usually passive, standing still to replenish the fuel. The distance here is too short than you would normally, but it's just to give you a picture of sprinting followed by rest. This is the circuit. This method of training is a series of exercise performed one after the other in repetitions based on either time or load. So you may do sit-ups for 30 seconds or 40 seconds, or you may do it by number before you move on to the next activity. So this is a circuit. You generally alter the muscle groups so that you don't get too tired. Weight resistance, another method of training to improve muscular strength, power, and endurance. The important thing is to match the intensity the fitness component you're training. So if it's strength, we want to go for a heavy weight and do less than 10 reps. If it's for endurance, we want a lightweight, dibba, and we do many reps, more than 15. Plyometrics. You need a relatively strong baseline. Plyometrics training is not recommended for beginners. With plyometrics, you do an eccentric contraction where the muscle's getting longer, followed by a powerful concentric contraction. So it looks something like this. Plyometrics training helps to improve muscle power and strength. Flexibility training. We could do dynamic flexibility where we are moving our limbs through the joints. Another form is static, so like a hamstring stretch, so such as just holding a stretch for 10 seconds, that's a static stretch. One of the most effective forms of flexibility training is called PNF, proprioception neuromuscular facilitation. This is when you get a partner, or in my case, an immovable object, and you contract and push against the person or the immovable object, this pillar, and I contract for about 10 seconds, and then I relax. I relax the muscle, and then I stretch it a little bit more, and then I contract using an isometric contraction. The muscle's not lengthening or shortening, it's staying the same length, but it's under load, it's contracting. I'm push, and then relax. And then I extend even further, and I push again. I contract, and then relax, and again push through. This uses the stretch reflex within the muscle to help improve your flexibility.